My name is Lua Yuille, and I am a professor at the University of Kansas in Kansas, but I am excited to be the inaugural virtual scholar at the Vulnerability in the Human Condition Initiative at Emory this year. It's really exciting for me. One of the things I've really wanted to do this for a long time, but one of the things that has been difficult is figuring out the perfect time to move my family across the country for 3-6 months. And so while a global pandemic is raging around us, it has given me an opportunity to really get involved. I'm going to be participating in meetings. I'm going to be participating in seminars. And probably most exciting, I'm going to have some dedicated time and impetus to finish projects that I've been working on and to be in a regular conversation around projects that I've been working on that talk about vulnerability and really in particular think about developing and articulating and deepening the discussion of resilience, which is a part of the vulnerability paradigm. Yeah, I'm going to be working on 2 projects. The first one is called Property as Resilience. In one of the iterations of my life, I see myself as a property scholar, and I have conversations. I'm really interested in having conversations about not maybe the rules of zoning, which is interesting, but that's not the conversation I want to get into. I want to understand how property shapes who we are, shapes our identity, and shapes our community, not just physically, but really at a deep structural level. And so my project, Property as Resilience, is about understanding the way we use the institution of private property to distribute and allocate this protective forces, whether that's through money, through your house, through your clothes, and how that then creates hierarchies of people in society. And so I'm really excited about laying that out and getting a lot of feedback from the great minds at the Vulnerability in the Human Condition Initiative on that project. My other project takes this idea of property as resilience and as a mechanism for helping people survive in the world and translates it into the corporate context. Another one of my scholarly identities is as a thinker about the corporation as a site where identity is produced. And I'm really interested in understanding the role that the corporation plays in protecting us and informing our identity as well. I actually think one of the cool things, and that I'm pretty excited about doing this in the virtual context. So in addition to making it more accessible for me, but also the idea that doing this extended deep dive into vulnerability theory can be accessible to someone who's anywhere in the world, someone who doesn't have necessarily the resources to come. I'm also excited about being able to take a residency and put it in multiple places at once. So in the typical situation, I would have gone to Emory and maybe called back folks at my home institution. But now I'm going to really be able to integrate folks who are at my home institution into the work that I'm doing, folks who are at institutions that I have relationships with into the work that I'm doing. And I think that's really exciting because the reason I'm interested in vulnerability theory is that it talks about the world as it is. It talks about humans as we are. It thinks about the law and its real impact, not idealized, not theoretical, not broken down sketches. And so this really allows me to engage that and have conversations about the world as it is across the networks that I'm a part of. And I think that that is uniquely available in this setup, and maybe uniquely recognizable that we could do this because of the lived reality that we have today.